Hi guys, and welcome back to JJsays. I think at this point we're probably all pretty familiar with Chinese food. Yes? 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 At this point, it's pretty much internationally accepted that Chinese food is objectively delicious. But there are a few funny things that I've noticed, growing up in New York City, speaking English as my first language, then going to China, learning Chinese, and coming back. And the funny thing I learned is some of the ways that we say these foods in English, these traditionally Chinese foods in English, are actually, super, super different from the Chinese. Sometimes they're similar, but they're often really, really different. And because I'm a total nerd, I think stuff like that is interesting. And I hope you guys do too. So without further ado, we're gonna talk about 7 Chinese foods you've been saying wrong. Okay, so we're starting off this list strong with Kungpao Chicken. 宫保鸡丁. 宫保鸡丁. Kungpao Chicken or 宫保鸡丁 is a spicy, stir-fried Chinese dish that's made with cubed chicken, peanuts, vegetables, and chili peppers. It's usually pretty spicy. Of course, 宫保 is how we get Kung Pao, and 鸡丁 literally means chicken cubes, so that's just so we know the chicken in the dish is diced. The word 宫保 literally means palace guard or palace guardian because it's said that this dish was named after a palace guard during the Qing dynasty. So Kungpao Chicken or 宫保鸡丁 quite literally means palace guardian chicken cubes. Okay, so now on to number 2, Tsingtao Beer. I can't even tell you guys how weird it is for me to say Tsingtao. Like Tsingtao, that sounds ridiculous. It sounds it's so inaccurate. It feels really weird to say, you guys. Okay, so the correct pronunciation for Tsingtao is actually Qingdao, Qingdao. So if you wanted to say Tsingtao Beer, you would say Tsingtao啤酒. Tsingtao啤酒. Qingdao is actually a city in China, and it's where the Tsingtao Brewery was first established. Qingdao literally means green island, Qing, green, Dao, island, so it is green island beer in English. So the reason the romanization for Tsingtao Beer is so weird is because it actually was given its name before the pinyin romanization system was officially the system we were using to romanize Chinese characters. And now we're on to number 3. It's every ABG's favorite thing. Don't act like I haven't seen y'all on TikTok looking all cute. And that is boba tea, otherwise known as bubble tea. Boba actually comes from the Chinese word bo ba. So of course the boba are the tapioca pearls that are found at the bottom of the drink. But be warned, in Chinese, bo ba is not only the tapioca balls at the bottom of bubble tea, but it's also slang for some big ol', the situation ladies have going on up top. Is that okay? Am I allowed to say that? Is this video still monetizable? So if you don't want to have any
memory-related misunderstandings,
it's probably better to just not say 波霸 and say 珍珠 instead. 珍珠 literally means pearl in Chinese, and it also refers to tapioca balls. So the best way to say boba tea in Chinese is 珍珠奶茶. 珍珠奶茶, because as I just said, the 珍珠 means pearl or tapioca ball in this case, and 奶茶 means milk tea. So pearl milk tea. 珍珠奶茶. Number 4. Mushu Pork. Mushu. So I feel like Mushu Pork is one of those names we've all heard in the context of American Chinese food, but I feel like no one actually knows what it is, right? Is that just me? Like, I didn't know what it was. I had to look it up. I feel like for the most part, we all know it's a food and we know it's the name of the dragon in Mulan for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like they could have come up with a more creative name than that. But I wasn't asked to be the creative director on that movie, and also I was a child, so yes. Anyway, I do actually know what Mushu Pork is now, and I'm just gonna read it for you right here. It's actually a mix of pork, obviously, cucumber, scrambled eggs with sesame or peanut oil, together with bite-sized cuttings of wood ear mushroom. And for those of you that don't know, wood ear mushroom is my jam. I've talked about it on other videos. It's called muar. It's basically just like this black fungus thing. It's not important, but it's delicious. My mom hates it. Actually, the correct pronunciation for mushu is mushu. It's not really that different. The only thing is there's that little umlaut on the U, so it's an U as opposed to an U. Mushu. So mushu rou. rou means meat, is thought to have originated in Shandong, which is in the northeastern part of China. Okay, and now, ladies and gents, get ready because it's sponsorship time, baby. Yeah, sponsor. Our sponsor of today's video is Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone is pretty well known at this point for being one of the top language learning softwares out there. It's a language learning platform that uses something called dynamic immersion to teach beginners. It uses images, text, and sound to teach words and grammar through spaced repetition without any translation. Now, of course, I do want to be honest with you guys. I do think Rosetta Stone is a wonderful program, but I think it's generally a little bit better for beginners. I have used Rosetta Stone to try and practice my Chinese, and at the level I'm at right now, I just don't find it particularly challenging. However, I also tried Rosetta Stone with Spanish, which I speak not a lick. I do not speak a lick. And I found that to be much more effective. I found it to be a very effective program if you're just starting out. If you're just starting to learn a language and you don't want to get bogged down and overwhelmed and have no idea where to begin, Rosetta Stone is a really great option for you. Because we are in fact in the 21st century, Rosetta Stone is not only available via the computer, but there is also an app you can download as well. So if you clickety-clack on that link below, you'll get a great discount on all of Rosetta Stone's monthly subscriptions. But wait, that's not all. You can also get unlimited access to the app for $199 US. It allows you to learn as many languages as you like once you buy Rosetta Stone, and then you have it for life. Thank you, Rosetta Stone. So let's get right back into the video. Number 5, how could I possibly make this list without mentioning this one? Chow Mein, or Chow Mein. Chow Mein. You know what? I'm not gonna deny it. I definitely can be very basic. And growing up, Chow Mein was one of those things that I feel like every American Chinese restaurant always did right. They always nailed it. I always got it as a kid. Chow Mein, or Chow Mein as it's properly pronounced in Mandarin, is just stir-fried noodles with a meat of your choice and a variety of vegetables, all mixed together. The name originally derives from a dialect of Chinese known as Toisanese. Toisan, or Taishan as it's known in Mandarin, is actually found in the south. So it's found in the Guangdong province of China. The Toisanese name is actually very similar to the Mandarin name. In Toisanese, I believe it's pronounced Chow Mein. Chow Mein. Now, I could obviously be saying that wrong because I don't speak Toisanese and it's hard to find Toisanese pronunciation on the internet. But at any rate, the Toisanese Chow Mein and the Mandarin Chow Mein sound very similar. And then the English Chow Mein, Chow Mein, Chow Mein, Chow Mein. So yeah, they all sound pretty much kind of similar. And now on to number 6. Maybe this one is gonna be a little bit controversial. We'll see how it goes. It is ramen. Ramen, or as we say in Mandarin, la mian, which literally means pulled noodles. La is pulled and mian is noodle. And of course, I have to apologize to all the Japanese viewers out there and all the weebs out there because I know you might be thinking ramen is a super authentic Japanese thing. Whenever you think of ramen, you always think of Japan. That's true. I 100% agree with that. It's just the fact that the actual origins of the noodle itself are not Japanese. So there are a number of theories out there about how la mian, or ramen, made it to Japan, but it seems like the most popular one right now is that it somehow was brought over by Chinese immigrants to Yokohama, Chinatown in the late 19th century, early 20th century. A little fun fact, until the 1950s, people in Japan were actually calling ramen chukusoba. I hope I said that right. I don't speak Japanese, so if I butcher that, let me know in the comments, boy. But yeah, chukusoba just means Chinese soba. So yeah, obviously with this one, I am cheating a little bit because ramen, ramen is not actually the wrong way to say it. It is completely legitimate if you're in Japan, and it's completely legitimate everywhere else. But if you did in fact want to know how to say it in Chinese, it is la mian, la mian. And of course, last but not least, we are on to number 7, chop suey, 炸碎, 炸碎. I feel like chop suey is similar to Mushu Pork in that we've all heard it, but we have no idea what it actually is. I feel like we have even less of an idea of what it is, because at least Mushu Pork has like the word pork in it. Chop suey, we got nothing. So first of all, just so we know exactly what it is, Chop suey or za sui, literally meaning miscellaneous bits, is a dish that usually has some type of meat in it, and it also has vegetables stir-fried together into it, usually bean sprout, cabbage, and what was the last one? Bean sprout, cabbage, and celery, and it's kind of bound together by a savory sauce thickened with starch and rice. To be clear, za sui or chop suey is not actually a traditional Chinese food. It is thought to be a Chinese food that was created by overseas Chinese in America. So like a number of other foods on this list, there are a lot of different theories in terms of how chop suey first came to be, but right now it seems like the most popular theory is that immigrants to the US from Toisan created it. I already mentioned Toisan once in this video. Toisan is a part of China that is found in the Guangdong province, which is in the south of China. So I think in Cantonese, which is closer to Toisanese than Mandarin is, you would say zap sui. Chop suey would be zap sui.
And of course, if that's wrong and I'm butchering it and someone who speaks Toisanese or someone who speaks Cantonese is watching this video, you can make fun of me in the comments. I don't mind. It's fine.
But yeah, of course, za sui sounds kind of similar to zap sui, and zap sui kind of sounds similar to chop suey, right? Like a little bit. So you can kind of see where that English translation originally came from. Okay guys, I think that's all for today. I know this is kind of a new type of content for me, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. If you like this video, you already know what to do. Give it a like, and of course, if you want to leave any kind of questions, any kind of comments in the comment section down below, please feel free to do that. I love engagement, of course. And once again, thank you so much to my sponsor, Rosetta Stone. Remember guys, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Thank you guys so much. If you have any other ideas for Chinese lists like this in the future, let a girl know. I will see you next time. I'm JJ. I love you guys. Bye-bye.